Last spring, I poured a 50-cent jar of a home-brewed liquid across my sickest garden beds. Within 3 weeks, systemic blight vanished, root mass doubled, and my plants exploded with growth. My neighbor spent over $80 on commercial chemical fungicides and soil flushes to save his crop. By midsummer, his soil ecosystem was completely dead, and his plants wilted anyway. I spent less than the price of a single seed packet, and my soil is still thriving a year later. I didn't find this recipe on a retail shelf at a local big box garden center. I found it buried in early East Asian natural farming archives, a microbiological reality that commercial fertilizer companies spend millions trying to keep out of mainstream awareness. This liquid is lactic acid bacteria serum, commonly known in regenerative agriculture as LAB. The reason this powerful biological tool is quietly ignored by modern industrial agriculture has absolutely nothing to do with its safety or effectiveness, and everything to do with corporate profit margins and recurring product loops. Today, we are breaking down the hidden science of this elite microbe, its multi-purpose uses, and the exact step-by-step protocol to brew it yourself on a kitchen counter. Plus, stay with me until the end to uncover an ancient preservation method that puts these microbes into stasis, keeping them shelf-stable for up to 3 years without a refrigerator. If you're ready to break free from the chemical loop, let's look at what this microbe actually does. Modern chemical farming treats soil like a sterile, dead medium designed only to prop up a plant. Regenerative systems do the opposite. The foundational rule is, stop feeding the plant, feed the soil. Lactic acid bacteria are the apex cleaners of the microscopic world. They are ferocious colonizers. Benefit number 1 is total foliar pathogen suppression. When sprayed directly onto plant leaves, LAB creates a shield of competitive exclusion. They consume every available food source on the leaf and secrete antimicrobial peptides called bacteriocins, leaving zero room for powdery mildew or blight. Instead of using toxic copper sprays, a weekly foliar mist of LAB naturally neutralizes fungal outbreaks before they can even take hold. Benefit number 2 is the sudden unlocking of trapped, unavailable soil nutrients. Most soil isn't nutrient deficient, it's nutrient locked. Phosphorus and calcium bond tightly to minerals in the dirt, completely out of reach for your crops. LAB ferments organic matter right in the substrate, releasing weak organic acids that safely break those chemical bonds. This process chelates the minerals, making them instantly water-soluble and bioavailable to root hairs. The result is a self-sustaining system where your plants never suffer from nutrient lockout again. But LAB isn't just for plants. Its third major benefit is complete homestead odor and pathogen control. In deep bedding chicken coops or livestock stalls, standard animal waste produces toxic ammonia gases. By spraying a diluted solution of LAB directly onto the coop floors and bedding, the bacteria rapidly consume urea and organic waste, stopping putrefaction before it starts. It converts foul-smelling decomposition into clean, odorless fermentation, keeping your animals entirely safe. Benefit number 4 is fermented animal feed. Mixing a splash of LAB into your daily livestock feed acts as a powerful probiotic, dramatically improving their gut health, immunity, and even eggshell quality in your flock. Benefit number 5 is extreme compost acceleration. Standard compost takes months to break down. LAB acts as a biological starter fluid. It breaks down complex lignin and cellulose structures, turning raw scraps into stable, carbon-rich humus in a fraction of the traditional timeline. Finally, benefit number 6, seed inoculation. Soaking seeds in a highly diluted LAB bath softens the seed coat and populates the embryonic root zone with beneficial microbes from day 1. This ensures faster germination rates, uniform emergence, and built-in protection against damp-off mold. Now that you understand the massive scope of this tool, let's look at the exact protocol to brew it. The entire process takes less than 2 weeks and relies on basic kitchen physics. Step 1 is the carbohydrate extraction. Take 1 cup of ordinary raw white rice. Add 1 quart of unchlorinated water. If you use tap water, Let it sit out for 24 hours to outgas the chlorine first. Swirl and massage the rice thoroughly until the water turns a thick, milky white color. Strain the liquid into a clean glass jar, discarding the rice. This starch-heavy rinse water is our biological trap. Cover the jar mouth with a breathable cloth or paper towel to let air exchange while blocking dust, and secure it with a rubber band. Place the jar in a dark cupboard at room temperature for 3 to 5 days. During this time, wild, airborne lactic acid bacteria will enter the jar to consume the floating starches. By day 4, the liquid will develop a light, pleasantly sour, beer-like aroma. This means the trap is set. Step 2 is the milk feast. This is where we amplify our bacterial count exponentially. Fill a large half-gallon glass container with fresh, whole milk. Organic raw milk is ideal, but pasteurized grocery store milk works fine. We introduce our culture using a strict 1:10 ratio. 1 part of your sour rice water to 10 parts milk. Pour the rice water directly into the milk. The native bacteria will immediately detect the lactose. Cover the container with a breathable cloth again and return it to your dark cupboard. Over the next 3 to 7 days, a fascinating biological warfare takes place inside that jar. The lactic acid bacteria consume the milk sugars and generate massive amounts of lactic acid. This completely drops the pH, sterilizing the environment and killing off any weaker pathogens. When the process is complete, the container will split into 2 completely distinct structural layers. On top, you will see a thick, solid, spongy white mass of milk proteins and fats. These are cheese curds. Beneath that floating curd sits a translucent, glowing golden-yellow serum. Carefully skim the curd layer off the top. Remember our pro tip: do not throw these curds away. Feed them directly to your chickens or bury them in your compost pile as an incredible microbial accelerator. If you like this video and want to see more deep dives like this to fix your soil naturally, make sure to hit the bell icon, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment below to let me know what you're growing. I break down hidden regenerative protocols like this every single week. Now let's discuss application. Because this serum is incredibly concentrated, precision is vital. Always follow the 1 to 1,000 dilution rule. That's 1 tablespoon of serum per 4 gallons of water. Mix it into clean, unchlorinated water. Using it too strong will disrupt the soil balance. Remember, less is more. Rule number 2 is the Twilight rule. Never apply microbes under a blazing afternoon sun. Ultraviolet rays destroy bacteria instantly. Always spray your foliar treatments or apply your root drenches at dusk or early dawn. This gives the living organisms all night to safely migrate into leaf stomata and soil cracks before the sun comes up. Finally, let's cover storage. Raw LAB serum will spoil in a few weeks at room temperature because the bacteria run out of food. To keep it alive without a refrigerator, we use an ancient Japanese stasis trick based on osmotic pressure. Weigh your liquid serum on a kitchen scale. Then, add an exact equal weight of raw brown sugar or dark, unsulfured molasses. Stir completely until the sugars dissolve. This creates an incredibly dense carbon environment. The high osmotic pressure forces the bacterial cells to dehydrate slightly and enter complete dormancy. It will not ferment, it will not spoil, and it can sit on a room temperature pantry shelf for up to 3 years. The exact second you dilute a spoonful of this syrup back into fresh water, the microbes rehydrate, waking up instantly, incredibly hungry, active, and ready to protect your homestead. The ingredients are in your kitchen right now. The wild biology is floating through your air right now. You don't need multi-billion-dollar chemical companies to build a legendary, high-yielding homestead. You just need to unlock the natural biology that nature perfected over millions of years. Go brew your first batch of LAB. Drop a comment below letting me know what crop you'll treat first, and hit subscribe to join us in uncovering the hidden science of self-sufficiency. I'll see you in the next video.